Arsenal are through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup after they beat Crystal Palace 8-7 on penalties following a 1-1 draw. Mikel Arteta's side will face Chelsea in the next round as he searches for a first piece of silverware in almost 6 years. But are his side too wasteful in front of goal? Jay, they are in the last four of the Carabao Cup. They're top of the tree for Christmas. They're top of the Champions League. So the question is, why are you so nervous?
I think it's exactly what you said before. That we're not scoring goals as freely as Arsenal would like, because everything is good. Our build-up play, I keep saying our. Arsenal's build-up play, I'm going to be objective. Arsenal's build-up play is always good. Arsenal's defence is solid, midfield is solid. The part that comes in question is the creative part, the getting in the final third. And yesterday was exactly it, you know. We was very, I would say, blunt in front of goal.
Okay.
And then you have to bring on Saka. Then you bring on Odegaard. You know, Declan Rice comes on. And then obviously you end up scoring, which is great. But even then, conceding right at the end, it wasn't ideal. But Arsenal win on penalties, which is great in the end. That's the worry, is scoring goals in open play. And I feel like at the moment, you know, Arsenal signed Gyökeres, need to find a way for him to score more goals. Martinelli actually played well yesterday, but I look at him more as an impact player. Since Odegaard's come back into the side, Eze looks like, you know, he's playing a different role, which is not suiting him. I want to see him as a real number 10. And I feel like that's why a lot of Arsenal fans, myself included, is a bit worried about how this season going forward will pan out.
Do you think it's that we've been here before as well? You know, you sort of look brilliant at the beginning and then City not so good, and then City are coming up on the rails and it's like, oh my goodness me, this is happening all over again.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, you know, City just look like they've kicked into gear. And, you know, me personally as well, when I was thinking about City from the beginning of the season, I see fans, myself included, is a bit worried about how this season going forward will pan out.
Do you think it's that we've been here before as well? You know, you sort of look brilliant at the beginning and then City not so good, and then City are coming up on the rails and it's like, oh my goodness me, this is happening all over again.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, you know, City just look like they've kicked into gear. And, you know, me personally as well, when I was thinking about City from the beginning of the season, I just was thinking, you know, but then they've scored 41 goals compared to Arsenal's 31. And it just seems like every time they go into a game, they're going to score. Obviously, Haaland is one of the best goal scorers we've ever seen. But now you've got Cherki, you've got Foden, you've got Doku having a great season. And they're all contributing in every game almost. They've got attacking players that are committing play. I feel like Arsenal is still a bit systematic. And I feel like Guardiola's Man City team has evolved. Now he's got Mavericks in his team that can go and create things. And I feel like that's the difference. But it's going to be close, there's no doubt about it. I said at the beginning of the season, if Arsenal do win the league, then it's going to be because of the defence. There has been injuries to the defence, but, you know, hopefully in the next few weeks, everyone will be back fit.
If the fans are worried, does that make you worried as a player? Does that rub off on you? Can you sense that as a player sometimes?
No, I don't think you can sense it as a player, because, you know, that group, this team spirit, it obviously is there, and thoughts of, we're playing really well, but we need to score more freely. And that's where it comes from. I mean, I've been in changing rooms before, and, you know, at Cardiff especially, I remember there was a bit of a competition where it's like, if the defence kept a clean sheet, they would come to us and was like, we've done our job, you ain't done yours. And then when we done our job and scored, we look at them and say, well, you didn't keep a clean sheet. And it was healthy competition, which was nice. But you're obviously always thinking that in the back of your mind. That's why you always need a striker that's there to just score your 15, 20 Premier League goals a season.
OK. Look, I think somebody's already got in touch with us. It goes by the name of Mitty, I think. And he sent us a voice note. Let's have a listen.
Arsenal need to be more clinical in front of goal to win the title comfortably, but they can continue as they are or improve a little bit and could eke it out just ahead of Manchester City.
Yeah, they are. More clinical.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about, clinical. And when you look at these teams that have been successful over the years, they've got either wide forwards that are clinical, or they've got an actual number 9 that is clinical. We've seen it with Salah at Liverpool, obviously Haaland in previous years, Henry, Shearers, you know, they're there. And Arsenal don't have that at the moment in anywhere in their attacking line. There's no player that I look at in the attacking line and say, okay, he's definitely going to score 15, 20 Premier League goals this season. And the goals are split, which is showing that Arsenal are a team. But I always feel like you need that one player that has that standout season to go and win a title, as well as having a defence that's not conceding that many goals. Arsenal have that, but then it's the other side of the pitch that Arsenal are struggling in open play at the moment.
All right, enough of what Jay thinks.
Anything else, isn't it? In relief because they found themselves into the semi-finals. This is how it's gone with regards to how we're going to see these teams line up. The quarter-finals with Chelsea beating Cardiff, Manchester City beating Brentford, Newcastle beating Fulham, and then 8-7 on penalties tonight. Arsenal beating Crystal Palace. This is what it means for January and then obviously into February. Newcastle Man City, January the 13th. January the 14th, Chelsea against Arsenal. Second legs, February the 3rd, Arsenal-Chelsea. And obviously the reverse on February the 4th, Man City and Newcastle, all on Sky Sports, of course.
Joel Ward and Ian Wright have been watching one-way traffic, but no goals. But I would suggest it's probably the best Arsenal have played for about a month, isn't it?
Yeah, they look very sharp, moving the ball very quickly, obviously. Gabriel Martinelli's having a wonderful time now on this left side. Hopefully that's not too bad what's happened to him. But, yeah, it's the way you want to see them playing. A little quicker, making a lot of chances. Goalkeeper Benitez has made some very, very good saves. But Arsenal started very, very well.
What's Palace's issue been, Joel?
I think Martinelli on this left-hand side, JD Campbell, maybe giving him a little bit too much space. Might just need to release himself a little bit earlier to get a little bit more pressure on him. But it's difficult. They're picking up great areas, and you know, Arsenal were playing very decisive football when they're breaking the lines, and